Hello and welcome to my channel of investment and income. Friends, there has been a big gap between my previous video and today's video, and I hope everybody is well and taking care of themselves and their families in this time of pandemic. Today's topic that is covered is a rarely discussed industry, and that is the sugar industry. You would have hardly noticed any brokerages, fund houses, research analysts, or mutual funds recommending or talking about the sugar industry. Now, there are three things mainly associated why it is not in the limelight. Sugar is a daily necessary product. It is as good as FMCG product. Still, this industry is not so much in the limelight or not so much invested or looked into because primarily of three reasons. Number one, sugar is an agriculture product. It is very cyclical in nature. Second important is it is the government and the politicians have a lot of control on the whole sugar industry, whether it is the payment to the farmers, payment to the sugar industry, etc. And third more important thing is the management. All companies don't have management that can be trusted. Some are just fronts for the politicians. Now these are the three factors. That is why it is never been recommended as an investment. But recently there are certain changes that is coming in the industry. The biggest sugar growing country is Brazil. India is number 2 in growing of sugar cane and its products. So that is the main product always of sugarcane is sugar. In the current month, in this time, Brazil is having an extended dry season. Its sugarcane crop already has been decided and discounted will be at least 15 to 20% less, which is a big amount considering that Brazil is a big grower of sugarcane. The world has taken notice. The anticipated lack of production and shortage is already discounted, and India stands to gain from this. For last 1 month, 1.5 month, Indian export has increased, and in the coming short period, the export is going to increase also very much. This will help the sugar factories to reduce their stock, have a good cash flow, and in return earn dollars for the country. From the sugarcane there is a long process, and in that process there is a product called ethanol. It is a little costly process, but ethanol is used to blend it with fuel, that is petrol and diesel. Currently India blends 7% of its volume with the fuel. Within a short time it is likely to go to 10%. But the most important thing is government's plan from 2030 to 2025 is to blend at least 20%. Now this is a big volume. Brazil over a period of time has been able to manage, I think, about 50% of blending is of ethanol in its fuel. India needs to do this very badly for two reasons. We will be importing 20% less fuel, which is a big amount since India is a very huge consumer of fossil fuel. Second, we will be reducing that much of carbon footprint, which becomes necessary in today's world scenario for India to reduce its carbon footprint. And third, it is our own product. We are not import dependent on it. Our farmers will get a good income. If this program of blending 20% by 2025 succeeds, and since the government is hell-bent and the likely changes in the engines are going to take place, everybody foresees that this is going to happen without a hitch. Now this is where the whole game changes. The sugar industry tends to benefit a lot, because even with just 20% blending, the estimated requirement will be 10 billion liters. So who is going to benefit the most? Number one, first the sugar industries, then the farmers. Now the market, the analysts, the fund house has started discounting this because this is a product that the government wants to blend, and we should, and the companies are going to benefit a lot. So as an investor, you can look forward to invest in sugar companies, one of the most neglected sector. As I talk, and if you also try and go into your past thinking, people around you, hardly anybody would be talking of sugar industry or investment in it. Already the prices of the sugar companies have increased tremendously, but it can have one correction or two corrections normally, which happens when there is a big run up to any stock. But what I am talking here is of the long term. 4 years, 5 years planning can be considered as a pretty long term. Invest in those companies. As I have said before in my videos, don't keep all your eggs in one basket. Don't put whatever the attraction, don't put too much of your capital just in one sector. And when you select the companies, everybody or a lot of people know on what basis to select a stock. You have to see the management, you have to see its functioning, the assets, its ability to generate the cash flows, XYZ, lot of things. Whatever you know or whatever basis you select wisely, carefully. This is a sunrise industry as the figures show right now. So much for today's video and the topic. Well, I thank you, and I really wish that you all are taking care in this pandemic times. Be safe.